Hi and welcome to Add More Zest. My name's Rebecca, also known as 4Kids at 147, and today is the final day. I do not know how I feel about it, to be honest. I kinda don't like the fact that it is the final day. I have really enjoyed doing these mini paintings. I do still have a couple left to do, so there will be some whip and waffles with those. Oh, I've just gone on the museum edition, and I don't know if this was here before. Maybe somebody can let me know, but I've just gone on the museum edition to have a look at which image this is, which is Girl with Pearl Earrings. Okay, so this is Girl with Pearl Earrings, to have a look at what the picture was called. But at the top, not only does it have the image of all the museum pieces in like a black frame, it then has lots of images of the completed paintings in frames. So in white ones, in wooden ones, in gold ones, and all sorts. Very similar to the sort of selection of frames that I have picked up from IKEA. So do have a little gander. I'm not sure if they've done that on all of them. Let's have a look at the floral edition. They have got a few different pictures with the floral edition as well. Not all of the flowers or not all of the things, but I don't remember seeing that before, because I would have thought I would have seen it when I scrolled down, and it's not on all of them. So the houseplants doesn't have added extra pictures. I think this is a new revamp because they've actually changed the order of some of these as well. Have they changed the order, or has a set disappeared? I don't think a set's disappeared. No, they've changed the order that they show up in on the website, I think. But no, maybe set has. Oh, now I'm going to have to be checking the website, because I'm trying to think through the ones that I've done. So both national parks are still there. The floral, the museum, both space sets are there. The houseplant set's there, both around the world, and the cocktails. So maybe it hasn't re-altered. Maybe it's just because they have edited some of them. At the moment, the only ones that I can see edited and added extra pictures of frames are the museum and the flowers. They've added pictures too. So maybe the rest is going to come later at some point. Who knows? But yeah, have yourself a little nosy, and they've got a few showing in IKEA frames. Anyway, let us continue today after that little diversion of a girl with pearl earrings. We can only see one pearl earring, but we will assume that she has one on the other side of her face. I'm going to be working with the grey zesty tray today and the silver pen with our added metal tip. So it's all stock items today for the finale. And we're going to start with what is in the bottom corner, which in turn gives us a lot of black. But it will be good to get all the black done and dusted. So comments. Let's see. So Jackie has edited a comment that I've already read out before, and that is in relation to moving the stickers on the bags with the book rings to the bottom. And she has edited it to say, Sue, She said, sorry, I originally got your name wrong. So originally she said Susan, and I think I've continued to say Susan. So big apologies to Susan, who is not actually Susan, Susan who is really Sue. That's because the original comment wasn't there for me to read when I got to it. I think I've just picked up on what Jackie said and ran with it. So apologies if your name is in fact Sue and not Susan, but we do appreciate your idea of changing the stickers over on the baggies. There's a few of us that have definitely decided to follow that, and I will be changing my others soon as well. Jo, she says she is behind on videos because she hasn't been doing her whip that she started before her vacation last April. She's back at it. She says she's doing it slowly, getting caught up. She says, great waffle as always. It'd be nice to get that one finished as well, if that's been going since April. Always good to get that done. Corinne says, hi Rebecca. She says, you are the only person to ever pronounce my name right the first time you said it. Let's hope I pronounced it right that time, which may have been the second or third time I've said it. She said it's hard for kids to say, so her nephew calls her Kin, and her cousin calls her Coco. Oh. She has a black cat called Luna. She said she is very food motivated too, so much so she's had to be on diet food since she was spayed. She's had to have a cone on recently because she had a cut on her head that she kept opening. She said she's very excited she can run around again without getting caught on the carpets. Bless. Sometimes it's entertaining when they can do that, even though you feel sorry for them at the same time. It's a little bit of both. It's humorous, yet it's upsetting. Jo, she says, woohoo, she's now all caught up to the June Waffles. Oh, that was one comment was on the 24th and then one on the 25th. So she must have been mid catch up. She said she's in the Philippines. She said, and she also had a package from the US that was sent to Germany. It came from California, she said, so it definitely took the long way round. After a month of sitting there, she contacted the courier and was told that all packages for that specific service get sent to their hub in Germany and that the tracking just didn't get updated. She said the package got delivered a few weeks later and still the tracking says it's in Germany. See, these people that work for courier or parcel companies that have the machine that scans the parcel, I just don't know if they realise how important their job is to us. So please know, if you know anybody that scans parcels or is in charge of maybe machines that scans parcels or people that scan parcels, please let them know that we appreciate them and we love it when they do their job right. Because it keeps us updated on where our goodies are and lets us see them heading their way to us. And for the people that decide it's worth sending a parcel halfway around the world to send it back again, tut tut. You need to find a new process. Lady Dax, she says, love your new rings. She says her dad got upgrades for her mum when he retired after 31 years of working for the GPO. Is that the General Post Office? She said, any chance you will put a pic in the group so that we can see them properly? Yes, I will do my best to remember to do that when I have finished this chat. In fact, I will leave your comment and not react to your comment yet until I have done it. Until I have completed the request. Because otherwise I will forget. Belara, she said she had to giggle so hard about the family nickname topic. She said she modified her 7-year-old brother's name also. Her mum told her that she was adoring him as a small child. So her first attempts to speak out his name, Sasha, turned out to be Tata. And then to Tatik. Now, 34 years later, he is just still Tatik to my whole family and my extended family. She said in his teenage days, he was really mad about his name because he felt so embarrassed if she called him that, like in front of his friends. But after years passed, he just got used to it, not like he had any other choice. Awesome. See, just there's many things that could have been worse for a teenage boy. I'm glad it stuck though. I like it when things like that stick. It's like just something a little extra special, a little unique. Anna, she says she prefers white gold too, and her wedding rings are white gold. She said she always thought yellow gold was gaudy looking. She said your anniversary ring looks like rose gold, which she also loves, she says, and it's beautiful. Yeah, so that one is rose gold. I think a lot depends on the person as well with the gold. I've never been happy with the gold for myself. However, I couldn't picture my mum wearing any jewellery but gold. She really suits gold. So yeah, it's one of those. I think it does suit some people, but I do think there was a time it was the only choice. But hey, now we have an abundance of choice, do we not? Amy, she says she has asked if it's able to make a PDF or something with all the AB numbers on, as they would like to make labels to match their spares. So for the free download labels, we just provide the DMC numbers for the free download. If you want to use them for your ABs, you can. You just need to convert them first. If, for example, you're talking about Diamond Art Club ABs, there is a conversion chart for Diamond Art Club ABs to normal ABs, and then there's a conversion chart for Diamond Dots to ABs to normal DMC. So you can use them, and then you'll be able to use the normal DMC ones. Amy also said, she said, thanks to the person with the tips about the bags on the rings, which I think we've now established is Sue. She said she sees the bottom right hand corner first as she moves towards the left. So she will also be adapting that tip. You didn't know what you'd started, did you, Sue? Okay, just giving my diamonds a shake, because I tipped quite a few in, knowing full well they wouldn't all fit, and then I get rid of all the excess to the side. But I think I'm actually going to move to the bottom now and move up, because I find it easier to stack diamonds on top of one another rather than tucking them underneath if I was working from the top down. More often than not, I always start from the bottom. Sometimes, even if I decide I'm working on a long design and I want to start at one end, I'll have my symbols on the side so I can still start from the bottom. It's a habit I seem to have grown accustomed to. Helen, she says, yes, thank you, Rebecca. She says she is enjoying the Dreamer Designs paintings once they got to her. It's her first higher quality painting, she says, and they are so sparkly. Yes, they are beautiful sparkles in Dreamer's Designs, I will say. I'm actually getting to the point where I would be more than happy if my app picked my Dreamer Design painting again. I'd be happy if it picked it in the summertime, especially. So maybe if it doesn't pick it this summer for me, maybe I make that one that I do next summer when I have more daytime than nighttime to diamond paint, because the canvas is better, but it's not by any means the best I've seen. And I'd like to enjoy doing it because the diamonds are gorgeous. And they were really nice in the first one. Doreen, she says, lovely rings. She says she too was married at 18. And in October, it will be their 62nd anniversary. Woohoo, go you. She said we couldn't afford an engagement ring, and now she doesn't actually wear a ring as her fingers are too thick with arthritis. She says, but she can still dot and cross stitch. Well, as long as you can keep up with your hobby, you can always put your rings on a necklace. Or your ring, sorry, on a necklace, and make that work. At least you've still got your hobby as well, and your hobby with an anniversary to share. 62nd. Oh, I know after 25 years people think you could get less for murder, but after 62. Amy, she says she's forgot to say that she is nearly all sorted for her friend's wedding. Just her partner's grey suit, and to take the blue top back and get short sleeved. She said she's doing well considering that it is on the 20th of July. She said so just under a month. She says when you have a child with an allergy, you can't leave it till the last minute. That's for sure. If you try and do anything last minute with kids, something will happen. That is for sure. I think I was more organised when the kids were younger, because I definitely had to be. And while I'm still rather organised, there are many things that get pushed to last minute. More so. Now, whether that's just because I'm busier or not, who knows? Who knows? Her little one said the little one goes back to the doctors soon, as they've given him different meds to try. Hopefully he will feel a lot better soon, bless him. It's not nice when they're unwell. Oh, if you can hear Luna, it's tea time. I think that is her saying, I want my tea now, or I want my dinner now. That and my daughter's friend is currently visiting, who she likes, but when she first gets a whiff of her, she's like, you don't belong in this house, and barks at her. She has been to the groomers today. So we walked down to the groomers. She was well due for it. It's like she hit 4 weeks after last going and all of a sudden turned into poof. And her fur just seemed to grow loads. So she's been today. She's had it cut a little bit shorter than last time. So we've gone a bit shorter. And we've booked her in again for 6 weeks. Though, if it does get poofy again quick, then I might have to try and get her in a little bit sooner. It is only a 5-minute walk down the road, so it was great. I just walked her down. And she was actually really good, which is amazing because she come a bit more of a barker recently, so I thought she might have had more of an opinion to say. But I do take her shortly after she's had her midday meal, because she's a puppy. She still has 3 meals a day. So when she's had her midday meal, that's when I take her down, shortly after that. So at least she's not acting like she's starved, though she does most other times of the day. Okay, Melissa, she said, oh my goodness, she said she did the maths and I'm a year younger than her. Melissa, what did I tell you? No maths. No maths out loud. I don't need to know how old I am. But yeah, I'm that old. I'm that old. Betty, she says, hi Rebecca. She says she loves all of my videos. She said, you're a wonderful person. Oh, bless you. She said, I love your whip and chats. It's very soothing. She said, the ring is absolutely beautiful. Thank you. She has done the mini beautiful light. Oh, that's one of the ones I'm doing. She says printed canvas from Heaven and Earth Design. And she's still working on the Little Dreamers Tree Super Max colours. She said it's been on the back burner due to health issues, but she's getting back at it because she loves this hobby. Thanks to you. She says, much love to you and your family. Oh, I can't, have you, did you say you've completed it? Yes, she's done the mini beautiful light. See, that is something I do need to get a wriggle on. And I'm actually thinking I'm more looking forward to doing it directly on the canvas than doing it separately. While I enjoy using the app to do it and it's an extra challenge, I think it's something I get bored of far too quickly. But I need to get them done because I want to do my canvas one. And that is for sure. I want to do my canvas one. And it'd be really exciting to get that project set up once I've got some of the others completed. Right, let's start working on this lady or woman. I can't remember, was it lady or woman it was called? Girl, sorry. Girl with the pearl earrings. 20101946 Iffy. She says beautiful ring. She says her mum never took her wedding ring off since the day her dad put it on her finger at her wedding. She said so romantic. Yeah, I don't feel right if I've not got them on. I really, really don't. It's not normal. It's not normal. Alyssa, she says hello. She's in Nevada, US. She said, and she got her Xyron sticker maker from Hobby Lobby. She said, and it was cheaper than Amazon. She said, I hope this helps. So there you go. All you US people, Hobby Lobby is the place to go. Hobby Lobby is one of them that has coupon sales on different sections quite often as well, aren't they? So maybe you'll be able to pick yourself up a Xyron sticker maker. Cheap as chips if you get the right coupon week. See, this is the stuff you find out when you watch YouTube for people that are in America. You find out all this sort of coupon-y stuff that you can be jealous of from this side of the world, because coupons are nowhere near a big thing over here. You know, occasionally there will be a sale on something, but coupons are not a big thing. It's not a standard way of life to have coupons for things over here. So, yeah, you pick up all this sort of stuff about how America is different in many things. But hey, if it helps you guys, I'm all for it. Sue, she says, hi Rebecca. She says she really likes my new rings. She says, thanks for another great whip and waffle. She says she has this painting, The Kiss, in a large size from Diamond Dots, and it is really nice. She said it's a lovely piece to work on. Thanks for sharing and look forward to tomorrow. She says, bye for now. Okay. I'm losing track of where I'm up to because I'm reading comments, but I'm also trying to see if I do need to go further than this little bit here. So I'm just taking a moment to rein myself back in. Get myself back on track. So this actually art piece is not the last one I have to do. So I have two paintings left, two mini paintings left. One is a space and one is from the museum edition. So I'll be sure to be doing one of those on Sunday for the Whip and Waffle if you've missed it. After today's, you only have a couple more days to wait, and I'll throw in another Whip and Waffle, and I'll do another mini painting, and we can all pretend it's still June. Diamond Sparkle Chase, she said, beautiful ring. She says, a fantastic way to celebrate your 25th anniversary. She says, thank you for explaining the picture of the diamond painting. She said, see you tomorrow. Yes, that one, The Kiss, was the only real one of the museum pieces that I felt needed an explanation. I think because if you've not seen the actual piece of art, it would be really, really hard to see what it is supposed to be. When you have seen the art piece, it's a bit easier to understand. So a quick Google for me of the actual art piece made it a lot easier for me to tell what the diamond painting was. Maria, she says, hi Rebecca. She said, it was lovely to hearing you read my previous comments. She said Sunday today, which is the day she's commenting, she said was a very hot day. She says, we're going to enjoy a few hours at the beach. Very nice. She says, happy Sunday to all. I hope you had a great time at the beach. Make sure you've got your sun cream on, especially with that cool ocean or sea breeze, depending on which part of the world you're in. You can definitely end up catching the sun. Right, all done with E. So now I've got a batch of G. So let's tip out a few of those. Probably still don't need this many, but Lushta said, hello Rebecca, said they were very pleased to hear their comment read out and they fully understand the trouble with their name. Oh, see, so understanding. Thank you ever so much. She said it's a nickname which means the animal looks. The whole meaning looks there. My name is Gonda with a G, like guitar. So it's easier now. She said, thanks for the waffle. She would also like to say that this year, July is the longest end of June, so we could continue longer. There will be some of the June waffle in July, just not all of it. But surely we will look at the other videos that you show. Good summer everybody, from Gonda or Lucinda. Yes, it would be the longest June if I did continue it into July. There will be a few whip and chats scattered. So if anybody does have a project that maybe is testing their patience, or maybe they've been doing it with the waffles to make it a little bit easier but they've not yet finished, then maybe that could be your project for each Sunday when I do the whip and waffle. And occasionally I may throw some in the week. We'll see how it goes, see how my scheduling goes with all the other videos that I have rattling around in my head to do. And things that I need to do that are, you know, part of my maintenance on my own diamond painting as well, with the kitting ups and the kitting downs. So maybe it just becomes a Sunday project. Unless, of course, you're enjoying it and then, you know, as you were, carry on. Nellie, she says, hi, Rebecca. She said she has almost finished her crazy dogs painting, and then she'll be starting her crazy cats one soon. She said, thank you for pointing out the light connection problems that you can have. She said, as she was writing this, I answered her question. Well, I hope your LiPad has arrived safe and sound, Nelly. It does sound like you have the one that has less risk of damage. But I did get the magnetic charger for my LiPad when it was a flimsy plug-in one. And then if somebody walked past it, it just knocked the magnet off and didn't affect the LiPad at all. So they can be a bit of a lifesaver for light pads if you have that trouble. Debbie, she says she loves the new rings. Congratulations. She said you mentioned about knowing how diamonds were made. So she went on YouTube, she said, and they show how rhinestones are done. I'm going to have a little Google of that later. See, YouTube is an amazing place. Yeah, I'm gonna go and have a look later, just because curiosity. I love that show, how it's made. I remember once when I was a lot younger, and how it made sort of first became a thing that we could see, or that I could see. I don't know whether it was we didn't have the channel before, whether it was a new TV show, whether it was American and came to the UK, I've got no idea. I just know that I remember wanting to know how sellotape was made. Now that's the brand name here. Sticky tape is probably the better name. I have heard the brand sellotape is a different meaning in Australia, potentially. So I am talking about sticky tape, just to clarify. And I remember that being in one of the episodes, and I was so excited because I got to see how it was made. It's the small things sometimes, isn't it? Ina says, thank you for another nice whip and waffle. She says, you're still young, Rebecca. Oh, thank you. She says she will be 48 on the 4th of July. You're still young too, Ina. She says you've got very beautiful rings. She says happy birthday for your son. She says luckily you explained what we were looking at. Otherwise she could not recognise it. So that was the artwork of the kiss. She says she's got the next couple of days off. She said the next couple of days, she said, I can't watch. Let's get that right. She says, because we are getting new window frames in our living room and also a new front and back door. Woohoo! Look very, very pretty once done. The upheaval will potentially drive you batty, but so does everything, doesn't it, when you decide to do something or, you know, redo something. Our windows is something we potentially need to do over the next few years. And I'm kind of not looking forward to it, but I'm also looking forward to it. One of the joys of owning your home is that occasionally you have to do these things. So she's going to catch up another day in the future, she said. It'll be very, very nice when it's done. If you're in the group, please pop a picture up. We love little updates, especially when they've been on comments and stuff in Whip and Waffles or on other threads. We love to hear the little and see pictures for the little mini updates. That reminds me, I still need to do my kitchen update. I need to make sure that that is written down on my list because I've been promising you guys that for so long. I've still not got splashback, backsplash, whichever way you want to say it. Still not got that sorted. That is still sort of on our to-do list. But the rest of it is pretty much done. I think there's just one more piece of decor that I'm sort of looking for. I want a nice cake stand. A nice cake stand that can just hold a few bits in the kitchen but used as a cake stand otherwise. I've just not found the right one yet. Helen, she said she's on the 17th waffle. She says about ditching troublesome paintings. She said she thinks if it was really bugging her and not knowing, and she knows she's not going to do anything with it once it's finished. She says her life is too short. Life is too short to do something she doesn't enjoy doing when the whole purpose of diamond painting is for her to relax and enjoy. She said, saying that, she has just persevered and finished a cheap one from Amazon that has popping drills galore. She said, and it's a round as well. It's like it's sinful if it's a round, isn't it? Like, they're not that close together. They shouldn't be popping like that. She says, but she did like the image and it was only a 30 by 40. She said there was a square that she made sure she finished at the beginning of the June Waffle because she started it, she said, probably a year ago. And she's managed to finish 3 or 4 paintings since starting the waffle. That is some good going. And I'm guessing they're big size because I'm on painting 30, Helen, but mine are definitely not full size. So I don't think it can count me claiming I got 30 done. But no, 3 or 4 paintings is really good going. Normally I get 1 done. That is my goal and that is my outcome, is 1. Just a little bit different for this year's. Jackie, she says she says she finds that we, us Brits, this is when she says we, this is us in the UK with our can't decide if we're metric or not. She said his weight is done in stones and pounds. Yes, I agree. I can't understand the other. I know with babies now, they now give you their weight in kilograms, and you have to ask, what's that in English? please convert that for me. I know Luna's weight is all talked about in kilograms, but because I've never had a dog before, I've just stuck with kilograms because it works, because it's a whole different thing. It's a dog, not a person. But if somebody told me my weight in kilograms, I'd just be like, okay, like, it would mean absolutely nothing to me. The cat lady, she says she is the same. She said, but her 30-year-old son only knows his weight in kilograms. She said she thinks he only gets told his weight when he goes to the doctors. Well, he must do, because I'm sure my kids go in pounds too, though I don't know actually. Maybe I should check, because I think they don't weigh themselves that often. But I think when they have used apps for different health things, I don't know whether they convert the weight so that they understand it, or whether they've got to the point that they understand kilograms now. I don't know, maybe I'll have to ask them. Ooh, picked up a double, so we'll just sneak that in over there. Liz, she said she loves the viola. She says she's just put a glue dot in her pen to give it a go. She says she's not sure, but she will persevere for the rest of June. It does take a little bit to get used to the glue dots. I think especially after the wax not giving you problems where it's too sticky, the glue dot then gives you a different problem. But once you have had that little bit of annoying time where you keep having to dab it on your clothes or your face, it soon gets better. That is for sure. And then you just pick up your pen and diamond dot and don't actually realise that you haven't had to refill it and you haven't had to dab it on your clothes or your skin, and you're still going. And it's 1 a.m. and you should be in bed and all the rest of it. It just sort of happens. So Liz also says, she says she's thinking of getting a set of the Paint Gem flowers. She's loved all of them, and she can see them going up her stairs, as the small pictures she says we did have are rather old and have faded. That sounds a nice idea. Okay, I currently have the diamonds that are sort of stuck together for this letter R. So I'm going to see how far I get. If I get to the point of just having the ones that are stuck together, then I'll put them in my macaroon. I've still not found a bolt to go in it, but I'm sure I've still got that 5p somewhere. April, she says hello to everyone from Ontario, Canada. She says she was happy to see the pen that I'm using. She has been looking for a thinner pen for a long time, she says, so she ordered one and also a zesty tray. She says thank you for all that you do. That was a few days ago. That one is definitely on its way to you, and I can say that with certainty because I packed all the orders. All orders went out this afternoon and I was clear for about half an hour. But yeah, these are the thinner pens that we do. It's actually quite nice to flip between the two as well, not get yourself used to one certain size pen. I just pick whichever one takes my fancy on the day. Sometimes it's because it's the closest one to me, and I'm feeling particularly lazy. And sometimes it's because it prettily matches whatever I'm doing. And sometimes it just suits my mood for the day and makes me smile for the day. That's why I have gone from my wants and needs of saying that you don't need a pen to saying, yeah, you do, and I want lots. though I still think it's very much a want. I think it can be a need if holding the pink pens is a trouble. After that, it's just pure love of pretty pens. Kerry, she says, talking of putting a hoover in the middle of the floor, she said she puts bags of stuff to take to the charity shop in the middle of the hallway. So she literally has to fall over them to remember to take them. See, maybe we should do that, because when we have bags to take to the charity shop, we put them in the boot of the car so that they're there to go to the charity shop. The problem is we sometimes forget that they're in the boot of the car, and then we try to put something else in the boot of the car and it becomes a problem because it's full of the charity shop bags. But of course, we don't always realise at the right time. But hey, that's what a back seat's for, isn't it? But yeah, most of the time ours just go in the boot of the car. Lady Dax, she says, another lovely flower. So these most of these comments are now from the 26th. Not all, but most of them. She says she has a wide washi tape, and she got hers from Amazon. So there you go. Amazon for the wide washi tape. There are actually quite a few places that do sell wider washi tape. Sometimes though they're just in sets, so if you want it singly, then maybe Amazon is your best bet. Juliet, she says she loves the multi ABs. She said it really adds to the sparkle that we all love. It does. Colouring with Lou. She said the viola turned out beautiful. She said you are so on point with the ABs as always. I think I often go for the lighter ones with ABs. She says thanks again for the waffles. It has encouraged her to pick up her painting every day and to help her to progress on the 3 large paintings. She said the waffles have encouraged her to pick up her painting every day and helped her to progress on 3 large paintings she's been working on, and one of them is finished. Woohoo! That's what I love. I love the fact that it is helping people or bringing the focus to people to spend a little bit of time doing what they love and doing their hobby. And it might not be something that you can keep up every month of the year. But if we can all try our best in June and try our best in December, and then see where the rest of the months take us, and hopefully still get to carve out a few other days. And yes, that's Luna again. Through a double glazed door. Amy, she says, maybe, she says, use the leftover filament to make a mixed bag colour of stoppers. That might work. I'd have to see if I can get a smaller file for the stoppers. At the moment, we print the stoppers in groups of like 9 or 12 at once. Because when the file just does like 1 stopper, it takes like half an hour. Whereas it does 12 and it takes an hour and a half. So it works out a better use of electric to do 12. But yeah, that might be something that we'll be able to do. Right, I'm just getting my next colour. Get my little piece of dryer sheet that's still floating about in my pot. Every now and then it gets tipped out with the diamonds. Susan, she says, oh, OMG. She says, your new wedding ring set is gorgeous. She said she was lucky enough to receive her forever diamond when she got married. She said the only thing she changed after we got engaged was the setting for the actual wedding. She said she didn't want 2 separate rings, so she got a bypass setting. She says, sorry, this next bit's just made me chuckle. She says what she sees on this painting, so this is the kiss. So this comment was on the 25th. She said she sees a small child with a patchwork quilt over its head. She says she definitely does not see a man and a woman kissing. She missed yesterday, so she's doing a double batch today. She says she's off to watch the next video. She says thank you for sharing. Yeah, we actually looked at me getting an eternity ring when we got this ring set, but it felt too many rings on my fingers. I think it just felt too different as well, because I could have got the wedding band thinner, but then it wouldn't have been my wedding band to me. And adding another one, it just didn't look right. Just didn't quite tick the boxes. Susan, now on the 26th, she says 4 days left. She says so sad. She thought for sure, she said that the flower was a pansy. She says, but regardless, it came out fabulous, sorry. She says she keeps forgetting to mention her thoughts on possible cover minders. She thinks doing a small 1.5 or 2 inch cover minder of the Add More Zest logo would be cool. She said the diamond shape with the geometric lines would look awesome. And then she said, thank you for sharing. We will pop all these sort of ideas that have been mentioned here and on the Facebook group and Instagram page and stuff when we asked for things. We will review all of those even more so in the summer holidays when Megan is off from school, and see how many we can implement and look into. We've got a few ideas ourselves as well of things to get done. Anna, she said the flowers are really very pretty. She said especially with the ABs. She bought 4 sets of paintings, she says, but not the flowers. She says she might have to place another order. That's what I thought. See, I started getting sent 1 set, then I bought a couple of others, and then I'm like, I need more. It's just not enough to quell the fix, and now I'm needing the new ones as well. I just haven't got around to doing it yet because I've still got 3 sets that I... Little distraction. Sometimes my battery will do the full whip and waffle and sometimes it won't. And I don't know why, because they all get fully charged before they come off and I always put a fresh battery in. Who begins to understand technology and the way it works? Yeah, I am hoping to get the new sets as well soon. I am just trying to make sure that I have at least kitted up and potentially started working through the other 3 sets I've got. The only set I've not touched is the space set that is for Megan. So the other space set 1, is for Megan. I've not touched that one. And neither's Megan. Which is not surprising because her Tinkerbell painting is still a work in progress as well. Amanda, she says, hello Rebecca. She says she absolutely adores or absolutely loves my videos. She says the lady that commented about your voice being soothing, she says is absolutely right. She could listen to me all day. She says she wished she had a craft room like mine, where I can have my me time. She says her house is really small and she doesn't have a designated space for diamond painting. She says she does have very little storage for her drills. So she uses the little bags that she purchased at Hobby Lobby. She's hoping that one day she will have a designated space for painting. But for now, her recliner will have to do. She says, thank you for your videos. She says they are so inspiring. Much love from North Carolina. Well, Amanda, I will let you into a little secret. I only do my diamond painting in my craft room when I'm doing videos. I do the rest of my diamond painting sat on the couch, and I pull out a chair, not pull out a chair, I already have a chair, I have my couch. I pull out a little table and I take my easel with me, and that sits on the top of the table, and I have a little rolling cart from IKEA, the small one, that I can put my brew on the top and have access to all my trays and my little tools I might need, and that is my diamond painting space. Yes, I do have the benefit of a craft room. It is, I don't know if you could actually fit a car in this space. It is not very big at all. While you see it sort of go up to here, like this is sort of the space that you see. So the camera angle, you could potentially double the camera angle. So if you think this is an A3 light pad, so you might fit 2.5 of them going across, and then maybe 4.5 of them going the other way. But I do share it with a shop. But yeah, I do have a space to be able to put my diamond painting things. And for that I am ever grateful, especially now my craft room is classed as being inside my house rather than me having to go outside my house to get to it since we put the conservatory on. But that is another one done. So Girl with Pearl Earrings. Still think that name is so imaginative. It's absolutely amazing. Girl with Pearl Earrings is done, and the June Waffle is done. I've actually just sort of reminded myself that it's done as I've heard Luna barking again in the background. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much, so much to everybody that has joined, commented, you know, taken part in the June Waffle, whether it be the full month or whether it be part of the month. I truly appreciate everybody that has taken part. I love the fact that this year people have taken part in so many more different ways. There was always, you know, 1 or 2 people that did things slightly differently that worked for them, but I think it's really been embraced this year. So there's been mini paintings, there's been people that have done multiple paintings that aren't mini, there's people that have done cards, there's people that have just worked on projects that are half done and sort of got things like that done. Yeah, and there's people that have thrown in all the other crafts that they do as well, which I think is absolutely amazing. So thank you hugely to everybody for joining and for taking part. I will do another mini painting on Sunday's Whip and Waffle. So we can sort of class that as an extension of June if you've still got some squares to do. If not, join me with whatever your new painting is that you're maybe starting in July. And if you finish it in July, great. And if you don't, you don't. Just keep trying to do a little bit of diamond painting for yourself. But thank you all so much for watching, and I'll speak to you all again soon.